Okay, the official declaration from Prindle Ridge Farm is that neither you or I were right about Stormy the dog.
True.
Go to prindle.ridge.farm. Is that still what it is? On Instagram. And you'll see, instead of Prindle Ridge Farm, it's Jess at Prindle Ridge Farm or something like that. I won't call her by her name. I'll just say Prindle Ridge Farm.
The page is...
Who happens to be named Jessica. And prindleridge.farm. You might have seen, I posted a picture that the dog was not named after Stormy Jenner. Or does it have Tyga's last name?
What's his last name?
I don't know. It's blank. He's just Tyga, I guess. But Stormy Jenner. It is not Stormy Jenner. It is not, definitely not Stormy Daniels. Stormy Daniels has a Y. And you said Stormy Daniels had an I.
I know. I was wrong on the spelling.
And
sorry, I'm not Googling Stormy Daniels all the time.
Stormy the dog has an I in its name. In his or her name, in they's name, and it is not Stormy Daniels. It's not named after Stormy Jenner / Kardashian. It is just Stormy the dog. Just because they... Oh, you broke your laptop! Are you Samsung surfacing right now?
Samsung. I don't know.
Anyway, that's the updates. And we got some more updates for you.
Speaking of dogs, we got some hate in the past episode because I said I caught a shark in the Puget Sound. And some idiot said, someone said, think you caught a dogfish. It sounded just like that. And so I said,
I think you caught a dogfish. Hey, Will, I was listening to your radio program, and I was listening to it. I don't think you caught a shark. I think you caught a different kind of fish.
I said, if you want to be if any fisherman here is going to tell you caught a dogfish, no, it's not a shark. Trying to save you some face with the local fisherman, but he says you caught a dogfish, and I just got 2 words for you. A dogfish is a shark.
Michael Scott, news flash: a dogfish is a shark. It comes from the Canesis rhomble family. You can find it many places on Earth.
It is a squalid.
Oh, dude. You can get in trouble. Pass a girl a squalid. 80s, people were doing squalids all the time.
Oh, yeah. The dogfish is the common name, but it is actually the dogfish shark, or dog shark, or spiny dogfish. Which are a family of sharks in the order of the squaliforms. Formes. It's ES. I'm not sure exactly how to say it. They are the second largest order of sharks. There are 119 species of them. They have 2 dorsal fins, each with smooth spines, but no anal fin. And then their skin is generally rough to the touch. Which led me to further research.
Could you imagine an anal fin? Dang.
There are, I believe, I'm not going to spend the time to look it up again, 13 different sharks in the Puget Sound.
You looked it up at one point, though.
I looked it up. So if anyone out there ever questions you, and if you were out in the Puget Sound fishing and you caught a little shark that looks, it's gray, it has a lighter stomach, it looks like a shark, smells like a shark, it's a shark.
Now, what? Sorry that I'm hung up on this. The anal fin, was that some sharks have anal fins, or
yeah,
Some fish have anal fins.
Well, you're in luck because here on Wikipedia, anal fin is a hyperlink. So let's click on it.
Oh, man. I told Mom we were talking about penises. And
the anal fin, or colloquial fin, or cloaca.
Yeah, cloaca, yeah.
And if you don't know what a cloaca is, it's a hole, which is both a pee and a poop and a sex hole all in one.
There was some like kids cartoon we were watching. I can't remember. It was like
birds
Tammy
have it.
would remember. It was like Steven Universe or
They're talking about
something.
cloacas.
It was like cloaca was like it was like the B plot of the episode. I can't remember.
Yeah, so birds have it. Fish have it. Reptiles have it. Cloaca. And the anal fin is located just behind the cloaca. It's used to stabilize while swimming.
Many species of fish have that as well.
I'm pretty sure all fish.
No, because you just said dogfish don't have it.
They don't have the fin.
Oh yeah, they don't have the fin.
Yeah, which is just a stabilizing fin located next to the cloaca. But yeah, the cloaca, it has the digestive tract, reproductive tract, and urinary tract.
Dang.
The other big thing between sharks and fish that's not just a good old dogfish is that sharks aren't spiny boned creatures like fish. They have cartilage.
Yes.
So yeah. Oh jeez, I just saw a very detailed cloaca of a chicken on here. Oh, marsupials also sometimes have cloaca. Interesting. Anyway.
Oh. Oh my god.
Speaking of chicken cloacas, here's a movie recommendation.
Bestiality, what are you looking at? Oh my gosh.
Speaking of chicken cloacas, a movie just came out featuring
Are you on the dark web right now? What are you looking at?
A movie came out featuring Stephen Yeun.
Gaping.
Stephen Yeun plays a farmer that moved from Korea to America and brings his family there.
Did you watch that? What's that on? What platform is that on? I hate the word platform. What is it on?
I believe I purchased it or rented it on Amazon Prime.
And?
So that's where it is. So Stephen, it's called Minari, Minari. Minari brings his Korean family to America, buys a plot of land, trying to start a farm. He first gets his money by being a chicken sexer. You heard of this? They take the chicks. They need to know if they're boys or girls, dogs or bitches. And they check their cloaca, and apparently you can look at the cloaca and see if it's a boy or girl. So they take the chick and then they squeeze it in a cup to get the poop out. Just a little whoosh, and then they lift up its tail, and then apparently they can tell if it's a boy or girl. They separate them, roosters and hens.
I've seen something like that. It's like it wasn't Mr. Rogers, but something like that. Of how
Something like Mr. Rogers. Anyway.
Something like Mr. Rogers, but for chicken. You know what? I think it might have been Teen Titans, the movie. Cloaca played a big part of the...
Teen Titans, the movie?
Mm-hmm. Teen Titans Go, sorry.
The cartoon?
But not Teen Titans Go to the movies.
It's a cartoon?
Yeah, cartoon.
Yeah. Anyway, all of this to say, dogfish are sharks, and you can catch them in the Puget Sound. And if you don't think so, you're a stupid idiot. And go watch Minari. Good movie.
Okay, I had another update. Spies in Disguise. Landon remembered. Spies in Disguise. I think Will Smith plays gets turned into a pigeon. That's right.
I've not even heard of that show.
Oh, man, it was crazy. It's just funny. It's kind of fun when you find like a kid show that's actually funny.
Oh,
Because a lot of kids shows, you're like
original best, funniest kid show of all time.
Bobby's World.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
I have another update, and that is I talked to Adam
Oh,
just a couple nights ago.
Sad Radish. I commented on his Instagram.
Sad Radish, he's doing good. He's in the AZ. He's getting married in a couple months. Here's what was something cool about talking to him. And I got a transition, and then we're gonna go into today's podcast.
You keep pointing at me a lot, and I'm excited.
So, anyways, we were just catching up, and we were talking about this podcast and everything. And it's just hard because his schedule is just opposite of mine. And then with your schedule being what it is right now, I was like, I want to talk to him and have it on the podcast because I said I would. And I want to be a person of my word.
Do we just need to like record it separately?
Yeah.
And throw it in or
either
something?
I will have to just record it at a time where it works for him and I, or, whatever. Because, I was coming over here today and I just texted him like, hey, can you do it? And he couldn't. So it's just what it is.
Yeah.
But, anyway, he's getting married in a couple months, and I was just like, so where are you going to be living? And he's just like, I don't really know because blah, blah, blah. He's got all these, a couple of options and everything. But I was just like, it just felt so like cool to like live in that for a second, to just the idea of just like being like that whatever attitude. And
when you're like young and
oh man, I love
young,
that.
dumb, and in love.
I love that about being like first married. It just seemed like everything was open to you in the world. Like everything was an option. Because I am sort of that attitude too. Like just whatever, we'll figure it out. And it'll be fair, and it'll be fine. We'll get there. And it's not going to be anything crazy or whatever. And it was just like. It was just like cool. And it's not like I, am lamenting my place in life being married and having kids and things like that. But it's just like.
It's just a different time.
It's just a different time. It's just like such a good feeling.
You could be like me, though, if you want to do it again. Just get divorced.
That's what I told Matt when he said, hey, he had Corona. I was like, because he was like quarantining.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I just miss my kids. I was like, no, this is the time when you just slip out the window and never come back. I was like, people do it all the time and they love it. So
go to get milk and don't come home.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just cool to talk to him because, I mean, it's not like I live so differently than that now. I try to sort of keep that attitude, that overall just vibe of like just roll with the punches, kind of like be open to anything.
I've been trying to do that.
I would like to be that way just as a person, but to really actually be like closer to fully a version of that, it just seemed like cool and fun and just brings up such good memories of just. Yeah.
I've been trying to do that. Maybe not necessarily like big life choices of like where to live or whatever, but just on a day-to-day basis of kind of, seize the day. What's the term for that?
Carpe diem.
Carpe diem. Carping in the DMs. Like the other day, my friend, who is definitely one of those like adventure go wherever type people on a drop of a hat, we were gonna go just right here in Tacoma, and then it started raining, so we got in the car. It's like, oh, let's find somewhere else to go. He's like, what's a really good place? And it's this place in Port Angeles.
Whoa.
And I was like, I was right on the line of like, do I really want to drive out there? But I had nothing going on. I hadn't started work back up yet. And I was like, you know what? Carp in the DMs. Let's do it.
That's cool.
And it was fun. And it was there was no traffic or anything. It was easy drive, and we just like chatted all the way up there. Had great pizza and brews in Port Angeles, and I can't remember the name of the place, but it's like if you're facing the water, it's to the left. Anyway, it was really good. It was really fun. Good times. And just
to the left. If you're looking for it in Port Angeles, it's to the left.
Yeah, look at the water and go to the left.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when Declan, I'm looking forward to Declan just being another year or two earlier, and we can sort of like
older.
More. Did I say earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, a year or two earlier. And and just be a little more free to do that, because he still needs like a nap, not every day of the week, but it's even the days he doesn't, still messes up a lot. And we sort of try to keep on more of a schedule as a family anyway. But having a little more freedom to sort of do those kind of things, and have that sort of attitude, like go to Port Angeles, go to whatever, or just get together with somebody, or come over tonight.
You showed up here the other day. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. So
the boys.
It's good talking to Adam, and I want to talk to Adam because I would like to just start calling people on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Especially if they have some sort of thing they can share about.
Yeah,
their
I got
family or whatever.
Exactly.
Their bad brother.
I have an update. So I talked to Adam, and we were just talking. So I know Adam from going to Cambodia, and we were talking about podcasting. He recorded something with a friend of his. He's thinking about starting a podcast. Everybody in the world's thinking about starting a podcast. We did, and go ahead.
I was gonna say,
hop in.
I was going to say, just like Mark Norman says, podcasts are like babies. Everyone can have one, but maybe everyone shouldn't.
Exactly. And hopefully you're finding this one as one of the things, one of the ones that you think should happen. And if you are one of those people, share it with a friend. Share it on social media. Tag. If you put it in your stories, put the tag in there so then we can share it without screenshotting or whatever. Mm-hmm. Do us a favor and share the podcast sometime. I know Will's got a group of people and they all just talk to each other about the podcast, but expand
it public.
Expand it outside.
I did have someone this week say, "Hey, I'm going to listen to the podcast. Where should I start?"
Oh, that is another update. Is I went and I privated a bunch of the episodes.
What does that mean?
I hid a bunch of the episodes.
On what?
Early ones.
On Spotify or whatever?
On Spotify.
So it's like...
Did I do it on YouTube too?
Is it just like they can listen to it if they want to? Or is it
if
they really like click into it?
I don't think if you go to the... I think there is a page where you can see them all on the RSS.
Oh, yeah.
Where it is. But any place where it's sort of public besides that, you can't really find it.
Because I said 40 recently was good to start. Or if you really want to go back, 20 plus. That's good.
Yeah, I think between 10 and 20, I left a couple.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think everything from 20 is on there.
Yeah.
And like I said, not all of them are bangers for still, but we're into it. This is it. This is a podcast.
We're coming up on a year.
And I really try to think on the episodes of like not too many like inside jokes.
Yeah.
I try to think of somebody just jumping in for the first time. I know we're just giving a lot of updates this time, and we always have updates on this podcast. Anyways, I was talking to Adam, my friend from Arizona. He was from Arizona he came from Arizona with a bunch of people from his school to Cambodia, where I was a chaperone. And one of the people on that trip was a girl named Emma, and she has a podcast.
What?
And I always see it on Instagram, so I gave it a listen. It's somebody in my world, so I gave it a listen. I finally shared. See, here's what I've been thinking about with this podcast. I've been happy with the episodes lately, but we've been talking about vasectomy so much.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a couple good, as you said, bitch and dog episodes. And I was like, well, some of the people that I'm connected to is like, I'm not sure if that's the one I want to invite them to or whatever. But it's like, that was such a funny episode to me. But I finally put some stuff on Facebook.
I shared it on National Sibling Day.
I hope some people will listen. I hope we get some new people listening. Because, we have been voted Port Orchard's finest podcast 2 years in a row, but
for sure,
that doesn't mean that more people can't listen. Remind me later, Citrix update. But one of the other people on that on that trip to Cambodia was Emma. She has a podcast, Hey Sis podcast.
Hey Sis.
Hey Sis, and there's a lot of Hey Sis podcasts.
Oh.
Let me just say, many of them are podcasts of color.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Hey Sis. It's got a cactus. It's kind of orange. If you search all one word, Hey Sis Podcast, that's where it is. And I would say the crossover for this listeners who I know of this podcast and that podcast are very slim.
Yeah.
But I'm just letting you know it's out there. So I listened to an episode. It's somebody I know. So I checked it out.
On Instagram, you're doing all one word, Hey Sis Podcast?
Well, that's how I searched for it in iTunes as well. Yeah, what is their thing on Instagram? Is it on there? The Hey Sis Podcast, sorry. The. No, it's not the. Even though people say the end, it's the end. I know it doesn't have the flair, but the is a word that is not the.
Emma's in the brown with the bleached framed face framing bangs.
Yeah.
Okay. What do they talk about? Girl stuff?
I guess so. I just listened to one app. It is very girly. They opened up with it. First of all,
a letter to our younger sisters and our younger selves.
First of all, I was kind of pissed because they opened up with what sounded like a real ad. And it was like the Himbidijibini Sattva / everything.
Sattva?
No, it wasn't Sattva, but it was like something, and it sounded like a real advertisement. And
whoa.
And that makes me mad.
Ask them how much free stuff they've gotten.
Yeah, but listen to this. I have a Big Nate's jingle, and I forgot to record it.
Oh, shoot.
Because I don't know if it's going to turn out, but I have a really good idea for it.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be great.
I have two, but there's one I want to turn out so bad. Anyways, so I was listening to the Hey Sis podcast, and it's very college girly, which that's what it is. And anyways, two cool people, but I'm going to steal they didn't really have any stories or really anything going on. So they just did some, like, they said superlatives like most or best or whatever.
Yeah.
So I thought we could just steal it thing today.
Is it something I can look at and follow along?
Most memorable music video.
To me, or I think in the world?
To you. Why was this the first one? I don't know.
Do you have an idea? Because I'm still thinking.
I have one.
Oh, I just thought of it.
Okay, go ahead.
The OK Go The one where they're running on the treadmills.
The treadmill one? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, go treadmills.
Okay. Now, I'm going to parlay this one into a story that I wrote down in our notes. It's a short story. There's nothing to it, but it's a doozy.
Okay, go. Here It Goes Again. That's the song.
Here it goes again on my own.
No. Nah.
Yeah, I
Came
remember,
out 12 years ago. Has 55 million views.
On YouTube's?
On the YouTubes.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was also the beginning of
I remember
the
that
early
was
ages
giant.
of Vivo video.
Yeah, that was giant. Everybody was talking about that, but it only has 55 million views.
Yep.
Crazy.
Only 55 million.
I would say all the music videos. So, we weren't listening to secular music. That was one of the episodes I left on there. Amy Grant, number 17, I believe. And so I remember when I would be able to watch TV with my parents gone and with our parents gone, and I could watch a little VH1 and or MTV. And at that time, there was a music video. There was a song, Bitch. Oh. I'm a bitch, I'm a mother, I'm a child, I'm a lover. I'm a sinner and a saint. I don't know. But it was just like a big deal to like hear Bitch. That wasn't even that crazy. But then there was a couple songs that were on then that really stuck out in my mind because of the age I was at.
Meredith Brooks.
Yes, Meredith Brooks. There was a Fiona Apple one. Shoot, what is that one?
Tell me more about it.
It was Fiona Apple. It's in like dark, and she's in like these like clothes that are like weird, or like kind of like not weird. It's kind of like just like a
with like a
tank top,
white background.
No. There's like and she's in like a bathtub or something at one point. The video is like kind of dark and seedy looking. Fiona Apple.
Yeah.
What is the
keep
name
talking
of it?
about it.
It's kind of seedy looking. It was just a single that was on the radio then, and I can't think of any of the words because I'm trying to think of
Criminal.
Oh yes. All I can think about it is that there's like a weird chord. There's like a very cool like sounding chord in it. It's like not a normal pop song sounding chord. Oh, see, and yes.
Fiona Apple, Criminal. It kind of has what's the horror movie with the
it's like kind of found footage sort of look to it. And okay, this has been on YMH lately, but Tom Segura has talked about like
Blair Witch Project. That's what I was thinking.
Why like trashy girls, like, to me it's the same. It's like a trashy girl, the trashier the hotter.
What? I don't agree, but are you talking like when they had Christina put on all the tattoos?
I'm just talking about something about a visceral sense of there's just something attractive about that. So there's that video, and she's sort of like, there's a few points in the video where she's,
she's disheveled.
Well, I mean, there's a few points in the video where she's not as clothed as other parts of the videos. And I'm saying I'm 13 and 14. I'm talking about the most memorable things that stick in my head.
Sans pants.
And so it just sticks in my head. 13, 14. Then there was the No Doubt video.
25-year reunion or anniversary today.
Oh, I was going to... A reunion, my eyes started bugging out of my head.
Anniversary.
Don't speak.
Yeah.
I know I do see it.
25 years ago that came out.
She's hot in that video.
Gwen Stefani.
Oh. And just like also trashy, but also in sort of like a powerful way.
How about Beyonce's Single Ladies?
No, get that out of here.
We're talking.
That's not trashy.
Top videos though.
But I got a topper video.
Okay.
Freaking. Oh, dang it.
Give me your top on top of her video.
I'm talking about things that stick in my head.
Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again.
No. Vanessa.
The red.
Who is this person?
Suit.
No. They're older.
Hutchins.
No, because that name came into my head and now I can't get it out. I gotta think of the song because it goes with the story I'm saying.
Tell me about it.
She's in the shower. She's crying. Shoot. Now I'm thinking about Vanessa Hudgens and I can't think of the song. Unbreak my heart. That's what it's like.
Okay.
Say you love me again. Undo this hurt that you caused when you walked out the door and walked out of my life.
Tony Braxton.
Uncry these tears. Tony Braxton? Just forward to anywhere in the video and you can see why, as a junior high boy, why I might like that video.
Oh, that male model, the black guy with the big lips.
Yes.
He's in it.
And the fact that she's crying in the shower attractively.
What's that guy's name?
Who is it?
You know the guy. Something.
Tyson.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to find the shower scene. Oh, Twister. Twister in silk pajamas. Oh, shower. Oh, man.
No, not with them together.
Oh.
She sings the chorus by herself.
She's right there crying in the shower. She's missing Ty, whoever his name is. Yeah. There's lots of pajamas, lots of showers.
I don't care about the guy. I want to see her wet in the shower when I'm 13.
I just like that scene.
Okay, I definitely forgot about lots of the video that are not her crying in the shower. But so anyway, and I don't think I ever watched another music video after that. Okay. This is my story.
Hit me with it.
So, somebody that I used to work with, I'll put it that way.
Okay.
They had a desk. They sort of had this, we had like cubicle walls, but the way theirs was set up, it was almost like a doorway. You had to like walk into it and then around. So it was sort of hidden, and he was like away from everybody. I don't want to give too many details. He was sort of away from everybody. His desk was just sort of, there wasn't a lot of reasons to go to his desk, but to go into it, it was almost like a little bit of a hallway, the way he had like an extra wall built up for his cubicle. And then you sort of had to walk around. He had the dual monitors, had the setup in there that was all gross because nobody ever walked in there. And so I'm walking in there one day and I just walk in. I surprise him. He's watching that video.
Tony Braxton?
Tony Braxton.
Oh.
And I know because it's stuck in my head. What am I then? I'm in my mid-20s.
You're like, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember this from 10 years ago. And obviously he did too. Or if he just found it. I'm like, get with the times, man. And anyway, he's watching Tony Braxton full screen. And he's like, closing. Alt F4.
Alt F4, Alt F4.
And so I walk in there. I have a work-related question. Boop, boop, boop. Ask me the XYZ. Here's the answer. Boom, boom, boom. Something catches my eye in the corner. And he has a little chat window open on Facebook. When you used to have the little chat, the little messages, just popped up on the bottom. And it said JEAN/, Michael, Jean-Michel, like sort of like a French
Jean-Michel
Browning. So it was Michael Browning, but with just a Jean dash in front of it.
Reminds me of my foreign exchange student friend Jean Lejean. He's the French version of John Johnson.
I just got your picture. So obviously it catches my eye. It's my name.
Right.
And I'm standing like 2 feet from it.
What's a greater thing in the world than your own name? Your brain is attached to it.
And so obviously I see Jean-Michel Browning. Well, obviously I go put it on Facebook. And this guy has one friend. And somehow, I don't know what Facebook settings were then. This guy was using my name to cheat on his wife. This guy Frenchified my name to cheat.
Oh my gosh. Catfishing.
That's my name. Use somebody else's name. Make up a name.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. And it was funny to see like the details. It was like,
what about the pic? Rando pic?
I think it was his own pic.
Oh, okay.
Or there was something about a lion. I remember that.
Oh, one of those, like, it's like not a picture of a person. It's just like a artwork picture or something.
And it was like, but his about section was like, it was like
single, ready to mingle.
It was no, because he just had one friend. It was this one lady.
Oh boy,
who was not his wife. But his about details were like this idealized version of himself, like where he would want to live, what he would want to do, what his interests were, you know, that didn't match up with his regular profile. You know, beep his name out here. And of course, I just see my name.
It wasn't the street artist Jean-Michel Basquiat?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Basquiat? Is that his first name?
Basquiat, yeah.
That's the one who Bobby Lee likes.
Yeah.
And Santino's like
thinks it's like him. He's like, get over it. But this reminds me also.
Was somebody cheated on you with your name?
No.
No, not on you. But
you know, there was this one guy, he was French and he wore sandals all the time, and his name was Felipe Filape.
Flip flop, eh? Funny.
Comedy podcast.
Can you believe that? Somebody cheated on me.
I can't believe I did. I saw
him watching that shower video, and it was a shower scene. Of course, those are the best parts of it. He agrees with me that those are the best parts of the video.
And at some point during his life, he was like, you know what a good name is? You know it's going to be a good name?
Exactly.
Jean-Michel Browning.
In a way, I sort of felt good about myself.
Or was it Michael or Jean?
Jean-Michael space Browning.
Like Jean-Michel Bonsoir, whatever.
But but it wasn't spelled the French way. It wasn't spelled like Michele, because there is a masculine name.
Michel?
Yeah, or El.
Yeah.
There is a masculine name that looks like Michelle.
Yeah.
But his was ghetto version.
Oh.
His was like American. His was MAGA version. Just Jean-Michel Browning.
That's so weird. That's like saying Jean Will Browning, you know? It's like, what the heck?
So, but then I could kind of feel good about myself, because it's like he thinks I'm such a stud that he is basing his alter ego off of me.
Apparently.
That's how awesome I am. Oh man, this podcast has gone on for a long time. Okay. Best trip you've ever taken.
Oh, I forgot we're on that. Best trip I've ever taken.
I will say
New Orleans.
Oh, New
Jazz
Orleans
Fest.
What episode was that? Probably one that I deleted.
Yeah.
Not deleted, hid. Me either. I don't know. I like them all for different reasons.
Right. There's the other one would be when I went with mom and dad to Cozumel, to the Mayan ruins. That was interesting.
The trip with dad to Israel was just so insane.
Yeah.
That it was awesome. And the time I went to Cambodia on my own, even though I hooked up with other people when I was there, that was like his okay, one person. No. No, I mean I met up with other people, yeah. And
that's where we needed video.
Will made bug eyes, and then I tried to do the comedy thing and say, okay, one person, but it wasn't. But the thought of being there, sort of like it was making my own way there and everything.
Yeah.
And our honeymoon was like cool because it was just so, sorry to bring it up, but it was. It was just like I was saying earlier in the podcast. It's just so carefree and just like
the carefree one I had was me, Matt, and Joel just drove to Silverwood and stayed in Nate's basement. Good times.
Oh, there were so many inside jokes from that I was around and I couldn't be a part of.
Sock hands.
See? Gosh. Okay. Most disappointing trip. Why would you ask that? Sad. This isn't a sad podcast.
Yeah, next.
Funniest movie. Their answers were I just remember one of them said Hot Rod. The other guy said
if
Hot
I was
Rod.
gonna just like if I had to go off sheer number of how many times I watched it, it'd have to be Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, I've actually watched Hot Fuzz a lot.
I love that movie.
I don't know. I can't. It's so hard for me to think of these things off the top of my head.
Hot Rod is up there. Step Brothers is up there.
Saddest movie.
Ice Age.
You truly are. You are an SJW.
It's when the mom is in the river with the baby and she hands the baby off to the mammoth and he picks it up and then he looks back at the mom in the river and she's gone, swept away.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I can't think of it.
I know.
Can't think of it.
I cried. I remember Stepmom was sad when I first saw that movie.
I haven't seen that.
I think I've even mentioned that on here before.
Is that Stepmom?
Passion of the Christ? When that first came out, that was crazy.
It was intense, yeah. The alternate ending, though, on the DVD.
He just goes freaking
Super
eat man.
Eat man. That's funny. That would be really funny. Kung Fu Hustle. Just all the punching and kicking noises.
And it's like one of the alternate fighting styles, like freaking what's the other one?
Drunken Master.
Where it's not just like straight kung fu, it's like freaking kickboxing and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Why would that be funnier? Just
Muay Thai and whatnot.
Grossest food?
Cottage cheese.
Somebody said freaking tarantulas that we had on the trip, and they could have mentioned me because I was gobbling those things up.
You had tarantulas?
Oh yeah, dude.
And it was kind of, they're just whatever flavor they're cooked in, right? Because it's just like it's like a keratin protein. That's all that's left, right?
It was pretty.
There wasn't any like juice in the middle.
No, it was pretty meaty.
It was.
It was like a little nugget bite.
There was like a tenderness part to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've had like crickets or whatever, and it's just like crunchy,
Yeah,
whatever.
It's not like crickets.
There's more.
The fresh cricket. I had like fresh crickets that I definitely got diarrhea from.
Yeah.
But they were so good.
Mm-hmm.
But they've said, I got them from like a street vendor, and they said that was a bad move because there's just bacteria coming up off the road, and just you don't know what, you know.
Yeah.
But overall, because I got some in the mail before, the same ones that they had on the Bloodbath podcast, those ones are just so dry, and there's nothing to them.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They were just like gross. But the ones I had in Cambodia, the crickets even, were good.
I have gagged and like, you know, heaved, like dry heaved from food one time, and it was cottage cheese.
Ugh,
that's how much I
would
hate.
take like
I hate cottage cheese.
Slimy raw things like oysters or something like.
Oh,
like
I can do oysters. I do
gross.
whatever.
You're disgusting. Best day of your life. One girl said, "I believe my best day of my life is before me," and it's like, yeah, that's fine.
Before me? What does that mean?
It's like ahead. It's like
is coming. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, that's like a yes or no. Like, do you believe? Yeah.
I don't know. When I got divorced.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Nope. We're gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna let you answer any other answer than that. I'm looking for more divorce.
I really like making funny divorce jokes.
I
they're so like
want more divorce content on this podcast.
So stereotypical.
Anyways, and best day of my life when I got married. Oh man, when I kept staying married. No.
Oh my God. Every day I'm still married.
That would be so. Oh my.
That reminds me of that Girl Defined video. Remember that one? She's like, it's like the two girls. It's called Girl Defined. They had like a vlog, and it's like, we're getting married, and we've never kissed before. And they're like hinting at like sex and stuff, and they're just like, I can't wait to be married, and blah, blah. And they had never kissed their whole relationship, and it was just like, by the time this video comes out, guys are gonna be married and on your honeymoon. You haven't seen that video?
No. We might have to watch it before the next ep.
Oh yeah,
most embarrassing moment.
Girl Defined. I had a crazy embarrassing moment.
Okay, I've got an embarrassing moment, and I'll share with you on the next podcast
that no one saw. Like, it had potential to be the craziest embarrassing moment, but I covered it up and escaped.
Okay, because I keep thinking about stories to share on this podcast, and all of them are freaking embarrassing moments. So
I'll tell this one, and I've never told anyone else this except one person who's gone out of my life now. So
okay, so next week we'll share a couple embarrassing stories. Mine is I don't want to share it.
Mine's so embarrassing, especially since I escaped its true wrath.
Okay, next week. So please share this podcast. Please listen next week. Please keep listening. Please share it with your friends. Please subscribe. Please know that we appreciate you listening, and we
love the feedback and comments.
We're working, yeah. As long as they're not hater comments, except I don't mind if you do hater comments, because that lets me hate back, or will.
Lets me educate the public on sharks.